It's going to be a great one. It's been an awesome day, not only for Steel Toe, but for the two of us. School started today. And so we found ourselves with a hell of a lot more free time than usual. And after the wedding and the pool day on Sunday and, of course, doing the members only show on Monday, we found it. And, of course, yesterday or Monday, sending the kids off and everything, we figured the best way to handle our first day of freedom of the year was to lay around and do absolutely jack shit.
It was needed.
I did get that Elisa Jordana clip up, and holy shit, a lot of people checking out Steel Toe for the first time, really liking the stuff we did on that news story out of, I can't remember if it was Florida or California, the news story about the guy who had written this giant manifesto admitting all these child predator crimes he'd committed and all this other stuff, and how he was basically one of the biggest benefactors. Benefactor is you give them money, right? A benefactor is you're giving.
Oh, yes. Yeah, okay.
The biggest benefactor of Elisa Jordana. And what I'm hearing from her, from the people who hate her guts, and take this with a grain of salt, this is all allegedly, but I am encouraging people to send me what information they have. I'll take a look at it. I understand that I have a platform, and I have a grudge against this woman, so who better to send damning evidence to than a guy with a platform and a grudge?
It's perfect
right?
to me.
I hate her. I hate her guts for, not only what happened to us and happened to Bob and happened to Chrissy, but also the way she fucking defends these people, which in my mind, if she wouldn't have defended them, I wouldn't have held her accountable.
No, if you just denounce these things, but she doesn't.
But if she would, but instead she defends these people, and now this alleged child molester guy gets caught, and she says, no, I support him. No, I like him. I mean, this woman has no fucking shame whatsoever. I mean, to me, I get so worked up, I get so heated, because I can't fathom in my brain that this is a real person.
She does seem like an NPC somehow.
Or computer generated, an AI.
Right, she's in The Sims.
Right. She doesn't seem like a real person, because you go, no person can be this blind. No person can be this stupid. No person can be this self-obsessed that as long as you give me a couple of bucks and some compliments and you watch my shitty IRL streams, I'll defend you even if you molest children. Now, what I'm hearing from other people, and again, send me what you have. I'll be glad to look. Well, not glad, because some of this stuff is ugly, but I'll be happy to look at it. There's also rumors now that she's given this guy fucking money in jail. Somebody said it in our comment section. I can't take credit for it, but give it to his victims.
Isn't it okay to denounce somebody once you find out they're a bad person?
No, because they called her pretty.
I've had a lot of guys tell me I'm pretty. I'm married to you, and if I found out you did that kind of shit, I would denounce you until I die.
I would hope so. I would hope so. But this woman has been so obsessed for decades now with becoming famous. She doesn't care how. She's abandoned dignity. She's abandoned decency. She just wants to get famous. She fucked Benji, for God's sake, from the Howard Stern show so that she could get on Howard's show. And when Howard realized what she was doing, he fucking ripped her apart on his program. Good on Howard for that. But the neediness of this woman to the point where guys like Botter, a guy who tortured that poor Noodles guy that I talked to on the phone.
The poor Noodle.
Poor Noodle. Noodles is calling me on the phone after we got this guy, after they caught him and charged him, and he's crying, thanking me about, how, this guy's been torturing me and my family for years on the internet and our business and this, that, and the other thing. And then this woman goes, oh no, I like him. I like him. I support him. Okay, that's one thing, a guy who fucks with people on the internet. Now we've got a kid toucher, an admitted kid toucher for years. And because he gave her a lot of money and because she had him as a professor of her IRL university or whatever the fuck that means, this delusional twat, she's going to defend him and say, no, I think he just has an illness like I have depression. First of all, you don't need to tell us you have depression, Elisa. You wear it on your fucking face.
We get it.
Yeah, we understand that you have some, not just depression, some other very serious issues that you're not copping to.
If I found out that I was giving money to and hanging out with and God forbid, having feelings for some
exalting.
guy, exalting some guy who had done like stuff to kids for 40 years.
Yeah.
I would not, I'd start by throwing up instantaneously.
I could not, I wouldn't be able to use the word disavow fast enough.
Right. Oh my God. I don't know where I'd start besides the puking part. It's disgusting.
So look, thank you guys very much for checking out this show and liking this show and checking out the Jordana stuff. I hope you watch our show every morning. I hope you watch it the 3 nights a week that we do it. I hope you stick around, like, subscribe, all that stuff. If you feel like becoming a member, we run on listener donations. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. But mostly, the Elisa Jordana fire was lit again for me because it was a legitimate news story that we got. And then people said, hey, this is a guy who's like Elisa's best buddy. Then there's another guy who says, oh, yeah, she doesn't support that guy. Or no, she supports that guy. He's okay. But now another guy who worked for her quit. And he said right after that, she doxed my criminal record. She put all my stuff out there, talked about what a piece of shit I was. But the pedophile, he's okay.
Well, because he hasn't wronged her yet.
Yeah.
It wasn't her that he was touching.
I'm going to look into this guy that emailed me. I'm just going to make sure he's okay first. I want to do my due diligence. And then I might interview him. Maybe not on the show, but as like a standalone.
Fruit?
A standalone fruit. Yeah. Thank you for that levity, by the way. I needed that.
You're welcome.
But I think I might talk to that guy, a former producer of hers, because I forgot how much I hated her until this came up, and then it caused me to hate her more, what she was doing regarding this guy.
I don't enjoy hating people. It like takes a lot from me, but that's why I didn't talk about her for a long time either. She is a ripe piece of shit.
Yeah. Let's go through some of let's catch up with everybody being very generous early on tonight. Tim Brouillard with $4.99 says, thanks for putting up with me, Aaron. You're a very cool guy.
Oh.
5-star General Crakes with $20 says, investigate 311. I don't know what that means. If you guys want to DM me on Twitter or you want to email me, I don't keep up with this stuff. I don't follow up with it. Send me what you got. I'll take a look at it and we'll see. Rupert with $9.99 says, she's a monster. I would tend to agree. 5-star General Craig says, listen, sometimes I don't subscribe. Well, I mean, thank you for the $40, though.
Thank you. That's very generous.
Very kind of you. We appreciate that. That already puts us, that puts us 35. That puts us 40 into tonight's goal. Holy shit. Thank you, guys. 205 away from it tonight.
Going well.
Thank you to Scarface, too. He sent in $5 at the end of the morning show. I didn't get to it. Thank you, Scarface, if you're hearing this. I appreciate it. 205 away tonight. And also, usually, we want to be under 200 by the top of the hour, and we're only 8 minutes in. Whew. I missed ripping that chick a new asshole.
I know.
I really did. Boy, did I hate her
She
guts.
really is hateable at every turn.
There's never... The thing about Elisa Jordana is this... There's never a redeeming quality.
That's my thoughts exactly.
You never see anything where you go, oh. Because a lot of people, even if they're terrible people, there's something you can point to and be like, oh, okay, this explains, I still think they're shitty for thinking this or doing this, but here's something that explains why they are that way. I get that.
The way I see her as somebody who... She is a narcissist. She needs everybody to love her. And the easiest people to manipulate and like control are these mental broken people.
Right.
And she's like herded them all about her. And now she's just the shepherd.
She's formed an army of lunatics.
She really has. And she'll pet them and stroke them and their little broken selves. But
in fairness to her, if you get picked up for pedophilia, she'll still defend you then. So there is that.
She's probably paying his bills.
She is a shitty little cult leader is what she is.
It's pretty bad.
Shitty little cult leader, Elisa Jordana.
How has she made it this long?
I mean, bottom feeding. I mean, it's what it is. She's made it by bottom feeding.
She really does she's like a carp.
Early on, I think a lot of men paid her bills. If you catch my drift, she hooked up. Like, Benji's got a buck or two. I'm not saying he's gotten wealthy during the Stern show, but she's the kind of woman who she finds a guy... And she had some looks before, like now she's pushing 50. I mean, the looks department it's very sucked in and vacuumed and worked on. But I'm sure when she was in her 20s and 30s, like when she got a guy like Benji, you get him to pay for everything.
She was with Andy Dick for a long time, too. I don't know if he ever had money. He certainly doesn't now.
He did have money at one point. But she used Andy Dick to make money. She would do that IRL streaming and keep all the money they got. for the Andy Dick stuff.
Barely propping him up, by the way.
It's literal. I don't think the term bottom feeder could be hyperbolic when talking about Elisa Jordana. You're asking how she's made it this far. Literal bottom feeding.
She's that little sucker fish that'll like suck up the little rocks and pebbles at the bottom and suck the grime off them.
Or a cockroach.
Right.
Cockroach works well too.
Hard to get rid of.
Lemmy says, did she really try to equate depression with pedophilia?
Yes.
Yeah, she tried to play his pedophilia off that he had a mental disease. He had a disease. He had a problem. Like she said, I'm depressed. I have depression.
So, and there's two folds to that too. Like that's her making yet another excuse for a mental broken human being, piece of garbage. And she made it a little bit about her, which is always a plus for her.
Of course. Of course. Lemmy likes the shirt. $2 from Little Lemmy. Says, awesome fucking shirt, dude. Thank you very much. Very nice, her face and voice are intolerable, says Triple N. Magic 8 Ball says, Chandler gifted Opie $2.99. I don't disclose whether or not Chandler gave this program money. If Chandler ever sends anything to this show, I read what he sends in. I thank what is said in the thing for the money they sent. I don't feel the need to advertise it, because if he asks not to, if he's like, hey, this is the thing I'm sending you money as, read that I like doing that. So congratulations to Opie. Good luck to everybody.
Maybe you can buy some new coffee.
Gotta get some coffee if you're the Opester.
Maybe you'll buy steel toe coffee.
Oh, Opie, try some steel toe coffee. Absolutely. Triple N says, investigate 311 is an Eric Andre bit. Oh, 311, 911. I get it. Boy, am I a stupid. You are a stupid man, Abel. You're a son of a bitch, says Elisa Jordana in 1978 Cambodia. I love Pol Pot. Yeah, he has a genocide disease, but he bought me some dim sum once.
She would be the kind of person to say it's just different cultural norms.
Right, exactly. I heard from somebody, people have been sending me stuff now. They're like, I'm so glad you're covering this, Elisa. I'm so glad you're covering this. And a few people have sent me things like, this guy bought her cars. This guy gave her shitloads of money. Like, this guy had some dough on him. So I'll go through all of that. One guy did send me the whole manifesto that the guy wrote. I don't know if I want to dive into that, like even off the air. I don't know if I want to go into that brain, It does sicken me sometimes to think about that. Yeah. Like it's even like serial killer documentaries you watch or you listen to their recordings and stuff. Yeah. Some of that's dark enough. Let's not do kids. 5-star General Crakes with $5 says John Cena is watching and he isn't happy. I'm sorry, I don't have a John Cena shirt.